Step into the scene, it's a vibe we create. There's in love on the move, never running late. Blueprints and dreams on the table they spin. Every door they unlock lets a new life begin. Deals in the making, keys to the sky, turning houses to homes under every why. Agents on the grind, lifestyle and decor, lighting up the streets with what we adore. Realtor Chronicles, we hustle and shine. Des in love, working magic, sign after sign. Lifestyle international.
So I think it is going to be an amazing way to bridge the gap and connect the diaspora with the continent through real estate. One of the best feelings someone can have is the feeling of home ownership. And everyone needs a place to live. Everyone needs a home. So we feel like bridging the gap and building communities is how we would do that.
Until everything's right, catching that glow when the deal is sealed. The future unlocked, the destiny revealed.
Wow, that's my first time seeing that. Okay, Des, you got us being very professional over here.
Y'all looking good.
Yeah, hey.
Mm,
I tried.
You did
I
good.
see.
No try. You did good.
I do.
Well,
Yes, ma'am. You did.
I wanted to get Tanika on with us because Tanika just went through that 3-week Ghana real estate certification training with us. And I wanted to give her an opportunity to share her experience and why Ghana, like why even Africa. You're going to have to talk about it. I know, but Des doesn't know because you and I had a conversation before. But tell us a little bit about who you are and what prompted you to take the certification class.
And
Okay.
before you do that, I just want to let everybody know this is behind the scenes. And so, as you can hear, behind the scenes, we have someone making cold calls right now, one of our other agents. So just bear with us. So sound might be a little. Love is actually in the same office as me too, but this is behind the scenes. Okay,
That's
all
good.
right, Tanika, go.
Okay. So my name's Tanika Kimbrough. I've actually been in real estate for 20 years. And why Ghana? Well, one, because it's an excellent opportunity, and it was the first time that we were going to be able to make history. So why not Ghana? But on top of that, I've been to Africa before. I went to Africa about 12 years ago. And when I went, I've been saying ever since I went, I can't wait to go back. I can't wait to take my kids. I can't wait to take. I didn't at that time. I didn't have grandkids, but now I can't wait to take my grandkids. And it was just exciting. I connected with a lot of people when I was there, and I'm still connected with some of them now. So 12 years later, at the time, I had a translator from there when I was there because, of course, the people that were speaking. I went to Burundi, so I went to Burundi, I went to Rwanda, and I went to Ethiopia. I spent the majority of the time in Burundi. I was there on a mission trip. We were washing people's feet and giving out shoes. So I did that for about 2 weeks. So we traveled, all throughout that area, through the countryside, different place, every day. The people were really receptive, receiving us. It was lovely. The smell was intoxicating. It just smells so different. I still remember what the smell smells like. I've never smelled it since. I believe it's because of the hardwood charcoal that they use, but still, it's just smelled different. It really smelled like home. So the interpreter that I had when I was there, she was in high school at the time, and so we, like I said, we connected. You had to ask different things, what was this, what was that. The people's reception to you was amazing. It was amazing to see everybody looking like me, doing, just everywhere, doing all types of things. I saw things that I had seen on TV, but I saw lots of things that I hadn't seen on TV and things that were myth busters and things like that. But I definitely connected with Joy. Her family was from the Congo. And so they had defected to Burundi. They were refugees from war, and so they had actually started an orphanage in Burundi. And so we stayed in touch, and she was coming here to go to college and everything, and her visa got denied. And so she was, upset. Her visa got denied. Her dream to come over here had been, denied. And so I asked her, I said, if I paid for the visa for you again, would you try? And she was like, would you do that for me? And I'm like, of course I would, So it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't, an astronomical amount of money, a couple $100. But to her, it was something that was going to stop what she wanted to do in her dream. So went ahead and paid for the visa. We lost contact, didn't talk that often, or really in between. And then when she reached out to me again, she was in Dallas Fort Worth area in America. And so she called and she was just so excited because her visa clearly had been approved, but it had been approved for her whole family. So she was here, her mother, father, sister, brothers, grandmother, everybody got to come. They set them up. They were here on a refugee program. So, they helped pay their bills and get them set up, found them jobs, IDs, all of that process. But she was here on American soil. And she was here on American soil because of something that God was able to use me to do, to keep help moving her dream forward. And had I never gone to Africa 12 years ago, I never would have met her, never would have had that opportunity to do it. So, it was just good, just grateful for the opportunity to be able to help somebody, you know, and somewhat change their lives. Um, when she was there, I used to, send money from time to time. And the first time I ever sent money, it was amazing to me that I would send $50 from here, and she would get like 55,000 or whatever their Shinlin was at the time. And I was like, yo, this is crazy that $50 here gives somebody else $55,000. And so, we just stayed connected throughout the time. Um, and so she got here last year and just really excited that she's here. The trip to Africa was life changing. I turned 50 this year, and I always do something really, really, really big for my birthday. For the 50th, I was like, oh, I'm going to show out. But I couldn't get a trip together. I could not figure out why. I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, why it wasn't coming together. None of that. It just wasn't making sense. Then the opportunity for the class came up. And I was like, So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this class. So I went ahead and got in the class. The class was wonderful. It was excellent. It was really good. It was good to hear people talking um about real estate, and that a lot of things were the same. Some things are different because we do things differently, but most of them, a lot of them were the same as what we do here already, kind of in the States. So that was good. The learning curve wasn't quite as big as I thought it was going to be, but it was encouraging. Um, Everybody was really nice. I would, suggest to anybody if you're interested and want to take the class, definitely do. I'm sure there'd be an opportunity sometime moving forward. Um, but it was a life changing opportunity. It was life changing. It's hard to say
Now,
anything but life changing.
now, let me
Um,
ask you this. What do you plan on doing with your Ghana certification now? And now, I mean, you're also with Lifestyle International Realty. So it really puts the opportunity of being with an international real estate company in the forefront. So now
well,
that you have the certification, in addition to being a lifestyle agent, what have you started putting anything together in terms of what you plan to do with your certification, or are you just like you just wanted to make sure you did it because of
Well,
your
one,
past
I wanted to
experience?
make sure that I did it because of my past experience, but I am working on putting some things together. I have some people that I know personally that are from Ghana. So I have my parents own the oldest black boxing gym in California.
Oh wow.
They own King's Boxing Gym. It's been open since 1984, and one of their trainers there is from Ghana. So he's like my brother. One of my brothers is from there, so we're making some connections there. And then one of the other trainers, his girlfriend is from Ghana also, so making some connections there. And then one of my renters here, somebody that's looking to rent a house here, is trying to buy real estate in Ghana. She's a Nigerian lady, and so we just happened to be talking about it the other day when we were doing the show, and she was like, "What? I can buy my real estate in Ghana through you. I don't have to be worried about." So it just started this whole thing. So have a couple of things in moving forward. I'm willing to work with, listings or buyers. Either way, we probably be more buyers at the beginning. But with that, also an opportunity came up for me to go to Ghana to
Oh
speak. So I have an opportunity to go to Ghana and speak. I'm speaking in Ghana January 4th of
wow.
2026.
What?
I've linked in with a group of people, and I'm actually writing. We're in the process, excuse me, of putting the book together. The book is called The Voice of Change, and it's the Ghana edition. This is the second volume. A volume came out last year also. There's opportunity for people to pre-buy the book. So if people pre-order the book, then of course they'll go in the acknowledgments, and then their business will also be advertised in the back of the book. The books will be given out in Ghana during that December and
Wow.
sold in Ghana. And so I'm in the process of
What
doing
you know
that.
about
So
Dirty? What you know about Dirty December? What you
we
know
leave
about
this
that?
and listen. We leave December 30th to go over. We're gonna be there for a week. We have a couple days worked in there because they're like, look, we gonna y'all gonna want to party some. You're gonna have two speaking opportunities and different things like that. Two things that we're speaking at. We had a conference that we're speaking at, and then we're speaking in Cape Coast. So, with that, they gave us some time in there to make sure in case we wanted to do any party and we would still be refreshed for our talks. Um, but when I go, I'm actually talking about gratitude. And I'm going and I'm talking about how gratitude changes your life, how you use gratitude to change your life. Um, I have something called transformational gratitude journal and workbook and different things that I'm putting together and are in the works. And so I am really big. I did my gratitude board at the beginning of this year, and I did it with one of my friends. We were, putting all kinds of things on there, and right smack dab in the middle of it, I got Africa. And at the time, it really didn't make sense. The Ghana class hadn't come up yet. The speaking opportunity hadn't come up yet. None of that. So she kind of looked at me and was like, "What you doing in Africa this year?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'm putting it on here because I'm going." And I don't know, for me, not a vision board, a gratitude board. I'm grateful for all these things in advance. So I do a gratitude board, and Africa is literally in the middle. I'm looking at my board right now. And it's
And
coming into fruition.
I see the Afrocentric picture behind your head as
Mhm.
well.
Oh yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I did my, and the other thing, one of my sons bought me my ancestry DNA for Mother's Day, and I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I didn't take it. I went ahead and took it around my birthday. I just got my results. I'm 10% Ghanaian. So I got 10% Guyanese and 27% Nigerian. But I was like, okay. So I was excited about that even more. I'm sure gonna feel like going home when I go. I'm excited just about the things that I'm gonna see, and being able to go back, see if it's a different smell, same smell. The people that I'll meet, be able to connect with. And I'm just excited, just excited. Something came across my email the other day about a I think you say a TWI language class that's coming up.
Twee.
Twee. It's a Twee language class coming up that Dre and them are doing. It's coming up in August. So I was like, oh, let me make sure I sign
Shout
up
out
for
to
that because
Dre.
yes, I
Shout out
want to
to
do
Dre.
that. Yes, yes,
Shout out
yes.
to
So,
Dre. Shout out to
um,
Dre. Beyond
yep, yep,
investments.
yep,
I
yep,
want
yep.
to take
So,
a Twee class.
yeah, well, that's in the if you in the inner circle, it's free to the people in the inner circle.
Okay.
So, it just came to my email. I happened to see it two
I
days ago. I
saw
was like,
an
oh, I
email
need to
come
be in that
through
class.
today. I saw an
Hmm,
email. Is it
hmm.
in that?
Yes, ma'am. It was the email that came through. It was like a replay that came through with the
Okay.
last Zoom
I'm
call,
gonna make
and
sure
it's
I.
a thing in there about it's in I think it's August 10th. So I was like, oh, that's exciting too. So when I go there, I know a little bit, know a
Yes.
little bit, even if it's 1 or 2 words, it'll be a
Yes.
little bit.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm really, really, really excited. Just excited about what it can bring, the possible opportunities, the opportunity to be able to go back home, and learn new things. I'm all about, the experience. I can read about Ghana, I can watch videos about Ghana, but I can't wait to get my feet on the ground.
That's right.
And it's just,
Boots on the ground. Should I
being
say
there.
that?
Yes, yes, you can say boots on the ground. And honey, as hot as this gonna be, I'm sure we're gonna have to know where our fans are at. So nothing wrong with that. But like literally, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like it all lined up, like just all lined up between the class, the speaking opportunity, the book, the all just lined up right on time. And I was
And
like,
you,
that's my 50th trip. That's my 50th birthday trip. So I couldn't plan anything for June because he was saving me for December
I know that
and
Detty.
possibly November. I know that they were saying there's a ceremony in November. Honey, I'm in the process of fundraising. So but I got a couple sponsors already. So I got a couple sponsors already. People sponsoring. I got a couple sponsors already. Books sold, a couple different things going on. So just trying to put some things together because I'm
How do people get in touch with you?
people can get in touch with me. My phone number, if you want my phone number is 980-465-3192. That's my line. I do real estate business, all of that on. Again, it's 980-4692. My email is my last name, so it's Kimbrough, Kimb, as in boy, excuse me, ROUGH .homes with an S, the number 4 and the letter U at gmail.com. So that's Kimbrough.homes for you at gmail.com. Sure, I can also be found on my lifestyle page, and my Instagram is Tanika Sells Real Estate, and that's Tanika with an E, so Taneeka Sells Real Estate on Instagram. So
Let's talk about lifestyle for a second because Des and I are out of the well, Des is in Charlotte, but I'm in the Greensboro.
enjoy, sister, enjoy.
And I'm in Greensboro. And what office are you in? Are you in the Harrisburg, Fort Mill, or Charlotte?
I'm in Charlotte. I'm in the Charlotte office. I came to Lifestyle with a group that came from another brokerage,
Yeah, we don't
and
have to
then
name names. We
no,
don't have
we're not naming anybody. I'm saying I came with a group. And but it's been a total new experience. Like being with Lifestyle has been great. Like I said, I'm not a new agent. I've been in the agent, been in the business for a long time, for 20 years. I'm not the most haven't been the most productive agent in those 20 years. But I always kept my license active, and I decided to come back. I do right now, even through Lifestyle, I do a lot with renters. I work with buyers and sellers too, but I think that the rental space is for me. It's a good space because there's a lot of people that need help out there. Like you said in your video, everybody needs a home, even
everybody.
if it's to rent. Before they're ready to buy,
Yeah.
and a lot of times they fall in the cracks. So I do a lot with them. I did 10 renters last month. I'm working with an approved buyer. I got a listed right now, so I try to stay across the board,
Mhm.
and going international. But Lifestyle has been a good place for
Going
me.
international.
Going international.
Did you say 10
Lifestyle.
renters last month?
Yes, ma'am. 10 renters last month.
So I
I did
think
10 renters last month.
Des loves working with renters as well because now you're capturing leads, buyer leads. So
In my,
kudos to you for seeing that as
I
well.
know in 2024 I captured, I want to say, 2,400 leads off of the rental business that I did. That went straight into my CRM. I didn't pay for any, not one of them. And
Wow.
that was just in one calendar year. And
Wow.
something I was doing with rentals, literally just with rentals. But I rented over 100 houses last year in
Wow.
2024 though. So, but I captured over 2,400 leads for free by doing the renters. So,
So if there's agents out there with other companies that want to talk to you because you could possibly train a class on rentals. I know Des wants to do a class on rentals, but if there's agents out there that want to connect with you and learn more, the phone numbers and the information that you gave out earlier, is that a good way for them to get in touch with you?
yes, ma'am. And the best way to get in touch with me is by phone or email. I will be the first to say I need to do better with social media, and with everything that's going on now, I'm gonna ramp it up some. But the best way to get in contact with me is literally to call me or to text me or email. But I have that phone all the time. I have the phone all the time. So if you call me or text me, I'll be right there. Even if I don't answer, if you text me, I'll see who it is and I'll definitely respond. I'm responsive with my phone, so I'm with all of it, but definitely with the phone.
Well, we are very grateful for you. We thank you for taking the class and being part of that experience with us. We really appreciate you and thank you for sharing your story and why it even resonated with you because I think that's important for everyone to know that there's a reason that you do things and your reasoning and having gone there before and knowing what that's like, I think is pretty dope. So thank you for sharing it. And if you are an agent and you want to get into the rental market and learn about rentals, you don't have to be with Lifestyle. Would we love you to be with Lifestyle? Yeah. But Tanika just gave out her number and you can certainly call her. And she said that's the best way to get in touch with her and connect. We're all about helping the community.
I can't hear her at all now. I think Des got her mic off, and when
Des
Lonnie
is on
turned
mute.
hers off, yeah,
Look
she's
at her.
on mute. So I
My
can hear her
bad,
through your
y'all.
microphone though. Okay, there you go. Now you was an echo before. I was like, "What's she saying?" Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what I was saying is one thing that I really love about rentals because I am a relationship person and I like to build relationships with my clients is it gives me the opportunity to do that, right?
Hmm.
Plus the
It
leads
does.
are free. Okay. I have my name on a showing list at all a few property management companies,
Hmm.
and they just call me to show their rentals for them. And I would say about a third of them I actually convert to buyers because they don't even realize that they can buy.
I found
So,
a dedicated investor. I found an investor that's in several different states, but they needed a dedicated showing agent. So I
okay,
have a showing agreement, I have a commission agreement with them.
okay.
So it made it more worth my while. But then too, that's where I get a lot of, leads from. And I'm finding that other companies are starting to bring their commission for rentals up also. They're starting to
They
come
need
up
to.
some. They need to. They
They
need
need
to
to
because
because I
cause this
charge a
they
showing
need to.
fee because of that. I charge a showing fee, and I have to let them know, hey, I have to charge this amount because in Charlotte, the listing agent for a rental, they'll charge the client 100% of the first month's rent, but they'll only give us like 10%, which is gas money,
That's it.
right?
That's
This is
it.
gas
You
money.
find some of them that'll do half a month's rent. Or
Yeah,
you find some that'll do half a month's rent, some that do 1,500. But I do some with some of them I do retainer, but I even do with people that do Section 8 and different things
yeah,
like that. Like I have people that have moved here, relocated from other states with their Section 8 with a rental that I found them here and things like that. So with them, not really a fee up front. But when
right.
people are coming from other markets, they're used to paying for their agent to find them
Exactly,
a rental.
exactly.
I'm from Connecticut. People are coming from that area, New York, New Jersey, and not just there, but people are used to paying their agent a nice
Yeah.
amount of money to find them a
100%
rental.
of the first month's
Yes,
rent. That's what I
yes,
charge.
yes.
And if they qualify for my rent now, buy later program, I take 50% off of that. But that's
Okay.
pretty much what I do as well.
You have to do it to make it. You either have to have an agreement, or you have to have that up front because if not, you could be running in circles,
Yep.
and you don't want to do that. You don't have
Right.
time to waste gas, or money. You want to help, but you still got
Yeah.
to be
You're pretty much at
compensated
a
for your time.
deficit. You don't want to
Mhm.
be at a deficit and then you're not like making money, you're just dropping around.
Right. That's why I said you definitely want to. You still want to be compensated for your time, whether you're working
Right.
with investors, renters, buyers, sellers. Our time is still worth money, and you
That's
want
right.
to
It's
be,
very
you want
valuable.
to be compensated for it. Definitely, you can't get that back. One
That's
thing
right.
I forgot to tell y'all when we were talking about Africa, I was, or when I on my trip, I didn't want to leave it out. I was telling Love, I know when we talked, when I was getting off the missionary bus every time, like everywhere we would go different places, and they would stare at me. They would stare at me. And so I finally asked my people, I was like, why are they staring? And asked my my translator. And he was like, that's because they had never seen a black missionary before. He
Wow.
said they have never in their life seen a black person from America come over here and help them. He said also they're searching your face to see what tribe you belong to. He said,
Um,
here we know everybody. He said, so the elder women are all searching your features and
yeah,
your
they
face,
do
trying to
that.
figure out who your grandmother is,
Yep.
who you belong to.
Yep.
And
They
so,
do that.
but not knowing that, I'm like, why are they staring at me like that? But then after I figured out that's what they were doing, I was like, okay, now I know they just trying to figure out who my people are. So but it was wonderful, just to even have them not inspect me, but inspect me. They were inspecting me, they want to know who I was. But it was great that I still was close enough or looked enough like that they found something in me that they kept looking more to
Yeah,
find me. So
we have a team over in Ethiopia that we're bringing on board, and they swear up and down I'm Ethiopian.
I believe it. I
They look at
believe
me
it.
and they're like, "You're Ethiopian, right?"
When I was on the plane going to Burundi, I had a gentleman sit next to me, and it's funny because he was from Nigeria. He was saying, "You going back home, right?" And I was like, "No, sir. I'm going for a mission trip to go." He was like, "You're not from Nigeria?" I was like, no, sir, I was born in Connecticut, But so he was not, but he was coming from Maryland. He lived in Maryland. He was like, trust me, when you get off the plane, you look like the people from
Wow.
Nigeria. And there was this lady in Burundi that looked so much, our features were so similar. I was like, I really do see what they're
Yeah,
talking about. I could see myself in them. So that was exciting. It was just
that's
exciting.
awesome.
It was definitely a life changer. I
Oh
think
yeah,
love is muted now.
yeah, we have some. Oh no, I was gonna say we have some adopted nephews. We actually have a picture of them. I might insert it in here so everybody can see our nephews over in Ghana that we connected with when we went over there. It was like one day we were on the main road, just shopping, getting some juice, and Love ended up giving one of the little boys some money to get something to eat, and she said, please share it with whoever you're with because he was homeless. And
Hmm.
so the second time, three came back, and then the third time, it was like six of them. By the time the fourth time rolled around, it was about eight, nine of them.
Hmm. They said the rich American lady is over there giving out money.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. That's great. You all keep in touch.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
When you see them grow up and all that, and they start, man,
It's a
just like
beautiful
seeing
thing.
your own kids and that
Yeah.
kind of thing, and being able to be a part of it really is. It's a beautiful thing. I did foster care for a long time.
Hmm.
And so it's kind of similar to the same, boost or energy that you get from that. It's kind of the same filling up that you get from that type situation, but it's definitely rewarding. It's definitely rewarding.
Yes. Yes.
Everything you have
I
going
was about
on.
to say, can you unmute?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, now I'm about to mute so that we don't have feedback. This is
okay,
a shame.
okay. So we want to thank you for coming on today. We want you to definitely keep us updated. We can have a part two of this. Keep us updated with your book, with your travel plans, going back home to Ghana, with your speaking engagements. We want to know all about it, and support you any way we can. So if there's anything we can do to help you get the word out with what you're doing, please let us know. We got you. Just
Thank
tell
you.
us what you need. But
Okay.
we really appreciate you. We wanted to make sure that we got you. We're talking to everybody. We're like, we have to let people know who we are, right?
Hmm.
Who lifestyle is, because there are people out there looking for homes, real estate homes, and we are legitimately a family. And so just reach out to Tanika, ask her about lifestyle, ask her about rentals, and see what happens.
Yeah. And we definitely want you to come back when you get your first Ghana listing, buyer, closed home. Like, we definitely want you back to share that
Okay.
experience with us.
Yes, I will come and share my win. I will come and share my win. Definitely.
All right. Thank
Awesome. That's what
you.
we all
Thank
about.
you.
Winning, winning,
Yes,
winning.
win. That's how I would definitely come and share my win. So I'm going forward. I'm definitely moving forward with gratitude. I'm grateful for the win before it even manifests itself, because I know that God has it for me. So
Absolutely.
I'm just walking into it, and so I truly am. I lead with a grateful heart for everything that He has afforded me, and I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity. And to you all for putting it together. The team that you work with. I'm sure it wasn't just you, other people too. Just
Yeah.
grateful for the whole opportunity. And I really am. I'm just for being able to be locked in and to be able to be a part of. We're the first. No matter what else happens, we're the first.
That's right. History. We made
Yes,
history.
we made history. We a whole Black History Month fact.
Right, right. I love it. I love
Yes,
it.
yes.
All right. Well, we will be catching up with you soon.
All
Talk
right,
to you
ladies.
soon. All right. See you guys on the next episode. Behind the scenes with Realtor Chronicles. Later.
Later.